JAX is absolutely overpowered right now, and you really need to add this champion to your top lane roster. This champion is absolutely insane and has multiple builds that are absolutely insane. Be it the physical damage champion, a bruiser champion, or even an AP variant. But all of these builds lead to one way, and is absolutely stomping top lane. So, for your build, in most instances, you should actually take a look at Divine Sundra unless the game really doesn't, well, favor Divine Sundra. Which is the case if the enemy team doesn't really have a lot of tanks. Divine Sundra will make it borderline impossible for you to die, and you have so much extra added sustain. For the rune page, it's also very important to take a good look at the bottom left, because many people do it the wrong way. They go for actually the Resolve first tree, but you want to go for Brutal and have Alacrity in your runes, but to be fair, having Blood in your runes is even more broken, because think about this, your champion has a very high mixed damage, and yeah, Bloodline makes it even more powerful. And now we take a look at how this laning phase goes and what this champion actually does. Because take a good look how he zones away, just by sheer presence, the Riven. He will walk away from this minion, absolutely guaranteed to get the EXP, and force the Riven off the wave, just to gain positioning through the laning phase. Now he has to just respect the spacing, he doesn't want to go forward because he might just get killed by the Riven, needs to be really careful. Didn't react fast enough with the third ability, or just didn't want to, because the moment he uses the third ability, the Riven has a chance of killing him. But now, the wave is pushing towards him, he can pick up the fruit for absolutely free and put himself into a position where he's not at risk of dying. They spot the Nautilus on a ward for a brief second, so they know the Nautilus is going topside, so he has to be mindful about his HP bar here. And yeah, the Riven actually gets away from the stun. If the stun connects, it's a very dangerous thing for the Riven. But now the stun didn't connect, and now the JAX has to channel his recall to see what happens. If the Riven doesn't get close enough to the wave or the Nautilus is in a position, we can just go for this. Riven makes a massive mistake, takes the tower shot, takes another one thanks to the ignite, and instantly falls. Now the JAX has to clear out this wave here and then immediately recall, and even if the Nautilus comes, he just has to accept the fate. Nautilus tries to get level 5 from the minion, walks up to press ult onto the JAX, but it doesn't work out. And very important, always start with a Ruby Crystal and Second Wind. It's just way too powerful to have and way too broken, and if you don't play top lane with Second Wind and defensive boots, you probably get absolutely stomped. Because this setup is just way too broken, you have way too much sustain. Second Wind is so much more powerful than Bone Plating as of this moment. Nice ward, Lemao. But yeah, it's just way too insane. The sustain is way too high, and you really do not want to lose out on that one. Riven needs to be really mindful for taking these trades, because JAX now is in the driver's seat. And if the JAX is in the driver's seat, this champion becomes giga abusive. And Riven really has to space this out one. Oh, he lost the cannon. He really has to space it out well on Riven, because otherwise you might just immediately get killed. And you see, the tankiness from these boots is just too high. He can just disrespect her and go for the plating here. And get off another reset to pick up the Sheen. Because with Sheen and defensive boots, your champion spikes super hard. The reason is the following. JAX as a champion spams spells on cooldown, like a second ability has a very low cooldown. With that in mind, you'll get plenty of Spellblade procs, and with that you just instantaneously boost your damage by so much, since Sheen does 100% of your base AD as bonus physical damage if you use a spell on a 1.5 second cooldown. Like, the traits are getting more dire and dire for the Riven. But the JAX really needs to be careful at some point, because the Riven still has a lot of burst damage if the JAX doesn't have, like, didn't scale yet. But yeah, look how he is zoning the Riven away from gold and EXP, just making life so much harder for the Riven. The slow push is now being built, and hopefully the jungle comes up here, or the Twisted Fate ults up here, or anything happens very soon. It would be very nice, but very unlikely. Maokai sadly doesn't. Oh, Maokai is griefing right now. Look at the minion. Look what he's doing. He's doing wolf stuff running top lane. Oh, he will die to this. But like, Maokai is really griefing. On this wave, Maokai needs to run top lane immediately, because they can get this dive for absolutely free, and then Maokai can look into the enemy top side, and if the Yone was here, he would be dead as well, or the Riven just dies again. Because the reason is, okay, if Maokai is there, JAX will not lose any HP for this dive because the Riven will instantly die, okay? Then they can stay in the lane because they're both full HP, and then if the Riven comes back for the next wave, she gets killed again. Because without any assistance, she can't walk up, it's not possible. It's an instant death sentence for her. And yeah, that is just something about top lane you need to know. Look at the damage that JAX is doing to her. Just look at it. And Grasp making it even more insane, because Grasp for JAX laning phase is very vital. You will have big problems if you don't have Grasp. It just makes laning so much easier with the extra sustain. Yone comes in with the Ghost, like the passive of his, well, not the passive, like the third ability, and he nearly gets the kill onto the Riven. Sadly he didn't, but what I find really peculiar, where's Maokai? What is Maokai doing? Number one, you have a Samira Leona bot lane, go dive them. Number two, you have a Twisted Fate mid lane, go kill the Yone. Number three, you have a JAX top lane who's already winning, gank top lane. Why is the Maokai not playing the game? And that's something I simply don't understand, because he's given everything for free and just has to collect the gold from his insanely fat and strong laners and just be happy about it. Oh, flashed on by the Nautilus, gets the kill into the Nautilus, will probably fall to the echo damage of Yone's third ability. And yeah, this JAX is put in a position that makes no sense. He is the one winning. Why is he being punished by his jungle? Why is the jungle, like, why is nobody playing? And that is something that happens so many times. If you are a jungle and you have hard CC and you spot waves, please stop doing your camps and just go there to kill, especially if it's completely free. There is no point of just AFK farming your camps when you can accelerate the game for free, like it was shown in this game on this massive top wave. Wow guys, the Yone just gap closed 90 screens and we still killed him. Maybe we should use our CC to do the same thing on a champion that isn't as mobile as a Yone with ultimate and Q3. And maybe we should do this with a wave in place, especially with super high burst and super high CC champions such as Maokai and JAX. As I said, if you see this in your games, please do yourself a favor and capitalize on that one. The same also goes for super high CC champions in general. If you have a Maokai top lane and the enemy champion in the top lane is a squishy champion that isn't tanky at all, like for example, I don't know, again, a Riven or a Jace or like anything that really isn't tanky. Just go there, one-shot them with the Maokai because the Maokai has too much base damage with the reliable CC, and just get these 3 kills, snowball the game, and yeah, look, he's just constantly diving that guy. Oh, he will near these minions, they just don't want to walk into the tower. But yeah, with Divine Sundra, I believe this is not even remotely close. I believe Divine Sundra is just a superior item. If you look into the runes, he already has Alacrity. I do not necessarily believe he needs even more attack speed, especially since he has attack speed from his passive already. I really don't think it's necessary. And it would be a lot better off with Divine. Free. It's so absolutely free. And he's getting closer and closer to the Divine Sun, Riftmaker. And with the Riftmaker, you're going to see something insane. And yeah, you'll be very much surprised. And I don't understand why Maokai is going for first item Sunfire when he could go for first item Searing Crown. Because the enemy team has Riven, they have Yone, and they have Vayne. And they have Janna buffing you with high AD. So why not go for the extra armor? Why go for an item that needs to scale with your HP when you don't even have a lot of HP yet? Why not just go for Searing Crown? I think it's just the superior item, especially if you consider the sapling supremacy you can establish on the map. On the other hand, I think the ability haste of Sunfire can come in clutch, but still, Just the traps alone. These cheeky little saplings with Searing Crown deal a lot of extra damage even before the fight just starts. The enemy team should not be allowed to play this game. They have so much CC against these champions and somehow nothing is happening. That is obscene. Nice music, this could be LEC, this is probably an LEC song even. Or an LCS song, because a lot of the music they play there is also on the platform I'm using. Yeah, nice try trying to defend this one, Yona. This tower is just taken away at 10 minutes, very early. A Riftmaker and about 100 gold. This ghost is so annoying. And JAX is so mobile, just runs around the map being so fast. Has another 80 gold that he needs to somehow get. Oh, does he get it faster than his jungle? Or will he give it to his jungle so they can share and he just wants to save time? He pinged him that he needs the gold. And yeah, I guess, fair enough. Riftmaker 20 gold. And then this champion is absolutely unshackled. Riftmaker now in the inventory, and now we're going to see some crazy stuff. Swaps the trinket because it's very important for the top laner if you need to find a flank to have sweeper. Because without the sweeper, you will not be able to find a flank, because you'll probably be on vision, and therefore life will be very terrible for you, and somehow bot lane dies again. Classic bot lane scenario. And yeah, like Maokai can choose any of these lanes and say, hello my little friend, you will not move for the next 15 business days and you will simply die, especially with a Leona or a JAX. Yeah. Nice try, Nautilus, you just die. It's so crazy how much sustain he has right now, as well as how much damage. Because if you look at it, his ultimate has a 100% AP ratio when it comes to the active part, and a 70% ratio when it comes to the passive on-hit part. So when he ults every second auto attack, that's 70% of his AP, and without ult active, it's every third dealing 70% of his AP, like total AP as bonus on-hit. And if you go for the full AP JAX that has Nashers and Lichbane, you actually bonk for a quadruple billion gazillion damage constantly. Oh, Vayne, you need to be mindful. This JAX does hurt, and the only reason why you're not dead yet is his potential doubt that there might be a Janna. Stacks up the passive on the minions. Where's the Janna? Look at the bonk. Janna now walks around the corner, and he backs off immediately. Two people down here. Yona uses the third ability to go over the wall to get some vision as well. Nearly catches off guard the Samira, and Samira nearly dies from simply air. Twisted Fate ulting to spot the rotations. That way now JAX will be given a free tower. Vayne is recalling close to the tier 2, and their team appears to be going for the Nashor right now. JAX will most definitely get this tower before Vayne even can do something, because yeah, look at the damage he does to the tower. And if Vayne tries to do something, he might just die. And with this done, he might be able to look for rotation, or clear out the next incoming wave mid lane and maybe allow his teammates a way of escape. Because he would not be able to go for tier 3, he will not be able to get that in time. So there's no point of even trying. Apparently there was a ward here. Yona goes back, pops the ultimate, deals so much damage, but now the Vayne is here, goes in for the flash, he needs to wait for his cooldown, turns around, gets knocked away, tries to get as many kills as possible, picks up so many, and he gets a fully completed Rabadon off this play. So yeah, he salvaged his entire game by this play. And his team just needs to find some chill, or they just need to stop trolling. I mean, Samir already has Collector, and you know my stance on Collector every single time. I believe this item is terrible. Don't go for it. Just go for BT, and your life will be so much better. Because you have like up to like 25 AD more, for free. Well, more than 25 AD. But yeah, and sustain. Which is just way better than Collector, but it is what it is. Next dragon coming up very soon. Enemy Nasher buff nearly fading away. They didn't get anything done with this and lost their entire life with a complete team wipe. And this JAX now has Rabadon Staff Cap. He has Rabadon Staff Cap as well as Riftmaker. And it's close to level 15 to get the full value of the Rabadon Staff Cap, which is plus 50% AP. For free, by the way. So, if anybody gets too close to this JAX, you get absolutely obliterated. Yup. Yone has Gargoyle. Why is this Yone not dealing any damage? Does he not have Blade? Does Yone not have Blade? He just didn't do damage. Is this Yone Giga behind? And how is the Vayne killing everyone down there when they have so much CC? What are they doing? You have Leona, Twisted Fate, Maokai. How are you losing? What unholy things are you pressing? What is happening in this video game? That is just absolutely nuts. Oh yeah, the Yone has Wit's End, Blade, Amaranth Twin Guard. Do you really want to not win video games? They have a full tank Maokai, a Twisted Fate mid lane, and he goes for Wit's End. Really? And now he goes for Divine Sandra. Okay, I guess you do not want to actually kill anyone. You want to tickle them till the end of days. You probably even have attack speed boots on top. Oh yeah, and we go for another play up there, 22 seconds before Nash spawns, and now the JAX has to carry the game again. Top lane live, nice stun onto the Vayne. Now with the Vayne dead, they don't have DPS anymore, which is kind of confusing. How is the Vayne allowed to actually play, given they have a Twisted Fate, Maokai, Sumira, and a Leona? This is press a button, and somebody dies instantly, and this Yone is not doing anything. He doesn't even have damage. And now with Vayne dead, they can't force Nasher. If they do so, they just lose. Passive stacked before the fight starts, looking for an angle, Frozen Heart of the Janna. You see that one hit onto the Janna? There was so much damage. Nice kiting away from the fight. Siri gets a pickup onto the Yone. Again, they don't have damage anymore. And now JAX is here. JAX says hello. Q says off the Nautilus will not save him. Leona might die here, but it doesn't matter. I think this was Starax of Riven that actually allowed her to break free from the CC. But yeah, it's insane. It's insane how his team is not trying to win at all. They're doing their hardest to lose, and he is trying his hardest to win. And he does so wonderfully well. And with that, he ends the game 100% deserved. And as per usual, jungle diff, but the better jungle lost this game. I think he still has some clips at the end. No, he doesn't. But we'll take a look at the other JAX builds that are displayed at the end of these videos. And again, thank you all for watching. It would mean so much to me if you... Hold up, we investigate builds, okay? Hold up, we dismantle builds first. Hold up. We are gonna dismantle Itembuilds here. Okay, I guess. What do we see here? She's not gonna auto-attack a lot. She's a burst-centric champion that doesn't really do too much. Okay. I don't know what you got, what you cooked. Stop cooking. No Rabadon's Twisted Fates. I don't necessarily agree. This item is very good in this game. Simply for the fact that they have so much shielding, and also shielding, so a Serpent's Fang or like a Trident is very good this game. But... Huh? What are you building? Against him? And who's gonna stack it? This item needs to have 4 stacks to be valuable. Just go Twin Guard. Just go Twin Guard, bro. And you? Just go Twin Guard. AP damage, AP damage, AP damage, 80 damage behind, AP damage, Randuin. Why? Why? Simply just why? I really don't understand. It really doesn't make any sense to me. Because a lot of these items could just be a lot better, and he doesn't have gargoyle. If you go in and you don't have gargoyle, or just for whatever reason, do yourself a favor, just go, I don't know, meteor. But build a boot enchant. It's broken on your champion. You can play for so long, because your cooldowns are relatively low, especially with all this haste you have, right? So go for gargoyle, so you have one set of rotation, pop the gargoyle, get another set of rotation, like another root, another Q after your gargoyle ends, and you have so much more value because you have 2 sets of rotations. Yeah, if you want me to do this more often, let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate it a lot. And now let's take a look at the other builds on the presentation he has for other players. Okay, this is the standard 80 build. I don't necessarily agree with Overgrowth top lane. Second wind is much more superior. Item crafting, second wind is again so much superior. I don't know, like I'm missing the second wind here. Nice empty build, like everything is situational, I guess, for that guy. And yeah, with that, we're at the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon for more RiftGuides content.